There was a boy who had a dangerous power. He could control metal with his mind. Once he showed his power to an army officer. He bent a heavy bell with his mind, but the officer was not happy with this. He asked the boy to pull the coin kept on the table towards himself and threatened, "If you do not do this, your mother will be killed." The boy could not even move the coin out of fear. And then, his mother was shot in front of his eyes. He could not bear this shock and was completely broken from inside. His power burst out due to anger and grief. He started breaking the metal around him. In anger, he also killed 2 soldiers. The whole room was filled with destruction. This was what the officer wanted. He gave the same coin to the boy again, and he was imprisoned in a closed room so that research could be done on him. After a few years, that boy grew up. His name was Mark. Mark had now escaped from that lab, in which he was imprisoned for years. He had only one purpose: to find and kill Lucas, his mother's murderer. Mark entered the world's most powerful institute. There, he forcibly tried to ask the director about Lucas's address. The director was not ready to tell anything. Then, Mark started torturing him with the metal in his teeth. The director started writhing in pain. Finally, he told Lucas's location. Mark reached there, but Lucas was not found. Only a few of his men were present there. As soon as one of them tried to fire, Mark's power forced him to shoot his own companion. In a few moments, Mark killed everyone present there. Then a new truth was revealed. Now Lucas had become more powerful than before. He could draw the power of any explosion into his body. With this, he could increase his lifespan, and he could use this power on the enemies. No one could stand in front of his power, but Mark did not give up. With the help of the professor, he increased his power further. He turned the satellite controller towards himself from a distance and took out the enemy submarine hidden in the sea. Seeing this, all the soldiers were surprised. Then Mark threw the submarine on the ground and started searching for the enemy. When Mark finally saw Lucas, he found that his face still looked young. Their fierce fight began. Mark attacked with metal, but it had no effect on Lucas. Instead, he absorbed Mark's power inside himself and sent the same power back to Mark. Now Mark's life was in danger. Then, the professor locked Lucas's location with his power and asked Mark to remove his helmet so that the professor could control his mind. As soon as the helmet was removed, Lucas came under the professor's control, but this control was not going to last long. The professor wanted Lucas to be caught alive, but something else was going on in Mark's heart. He was remembering his mother's death. He wore Lucas's helmet himself, so that now no one can control his mind. From here, Mark changed completely. He took out the same old coin with which he was once blackmailed. This time, the coin went straight towards Lucas's head. Slowly, the coin went inside his brain, and when it came out, it was covered with blood. Lucas was dead. Mark had taken revenge for his mother's death, but he did not follow the professor's orders, due to which he had now become the professor's enemy as well. And in the eyes of humans, he had become Magneto, a villain whom the whole world started fearing.